Hello, this is Engineer Dan and welcome back to another video. Now, there is a few things that I'm going to clear up. Ignore the hair please, I cut myself and it's in lockdown, so yeah. And the second thing is just ignore how much I'm slumming it. Crap, I've done something. Ignore how much I'm slumming it. I mean, since the last whiteboard video, my room's changed quite a bit. And that just means that I can't stand up and point and all of that. I'll basically have to be cramped in because my bed's there and my wall's here. So what I'm going to be doing is explaining different systems of a car and how they work really quick and straight to the point. So let's get into it. The first thing that I'm going to be talking about is disc brakes. Now, this is the schematic of how brakes work, and like in a previous video I basically drew the schematic of a turbo. Like, this is the simplest way to put it. So you have your pedal here, and then, oh wait, I should probably tell you what. See this shaded bit? This is brake fluid, and it's not compressible, meaning it doesn't compress. And this is basically the fundamental principle of how brake discs work. But so here's the pedal, right? You press down on the pedal, you know, your foot clicks down on it, and it's connected to a piston. The piston moves down with the movement of your foot, and it pushes on this like incompressible fluid, causing it basically to move. So you press down, and then obviously the fluid can't be compressed, so it starts getting pushed until it pushes up on this cylinder, or the master cylinder of a brake. Now what happens there is, since, well, there's nowhere for the fluid to go, it pushes up on the cylinder, and that causes this bit here. Can you see that? This is the cylinder that rubs onto the brake disc, so the brake disc will be here, and then obviously the brake disc connects to the wheel. So that's basically how it works. It's based on a law called Pascal's law, and that basically means that cylinder A will have the same pressure as cylinder B. Now, how this works so effectively is because the brake pedal is smaller. It has a smaller cylinder. So the smaller the cylinder, the more, you know, pressure, because of force equals, well, you know what I mean. It's hard to write upside down. But, well, basically the smaller the cylinder, the more pressure that you're going to get from it. So you just clicking your foot like that will cause the master cylinder to go, you know what I mean. So well, that's basically the schematic of a brake disc, and I'm not an artist by any stretch of the imagination, so just please ignore me little car. But here you see the person, Billy Bob. He clicks on the brake pedal, the fluid gets compressed, even though it's not getting compressed, it moves the fluid along. And then here is the fluid pressing up against the cylinder, the piston. The piston has nowhere to go, and it's connected to the master cylinder. The master cylinder moves up. It causes the brake pad to press against the brake disc. Now, if this is a front brake, this is called a ventilated brake disc. If it's the rear brake, it's called a brake disc. And what that does is it basically transfers kinetic energy into thermal energy. And how it stops from overheating is because in the brake disc, pretend this is your brake disc, there's the wheel hub. What it does is there's little like grooves or notches to dissipate heat to make a more effective brake. This is also on bikes. If you have a brake disc bike, you see that the brake disc has holes in, or grooves in, and that's to dissipate heat. The more heat you can dissipate, the more effective the brake is, basically. So that's basically it. It's not the most in-depth, well, it isn't the most in-depth guide on how these brake systems work. However, it's just quick, straight to the point. I hope that you picked up, I don't know, a couple of the facts from this video. So thanks for watching. Adios.